Welcome back! As we continue, with the exception for students with poor eyesight, sitting assignments at Bonsense were determined by your student ID number. I was in the back by the window, while Chiho was the next row over in the frontmost seat. Aww, that is so far away. Oh, this really takes me back. We had this sitting arrangement before too. Wow. Wow. I pretended to listen to the teacher while gazing at Chiho's twin tail. Chiho herself was sitting ramrod straight, looking at the blackboard, as you expect from a straight-A student like her. Even during our 8-6 auxiliary days, I always felt like I was looking at her from behind. Are you really? At the time, I hadn't assigned any particular significance to it, but looking back now, maybe I've always been attracted to her. It was one thing for children, but past a certain age, there weren't many men and women who hung out together without being a couple. At the time, we hardly spoke since entering a tattoo. Despite our lack of communication, we still cared about each other. Then Chiho had tried to confess her feelings to me. Look at that cute little waist over there. Like, it's just sad to see this CG, right? Not like she was so full of hope, going to confess to her favorite boy, and Messiah had to leave, but it's not really his fault. It's his dad. It's thanks to his dad. Oh, I really feel bad for it when this happened. Like, thinking back. We had known each other for as long as we could remember. And now, we were officially boyfriend and girlfriend. I found myself reflecting on that happy thought once more. Very different bell to what I have heard my whole entire life. Okay. Everyone at Bonsense really is serious. You usually see people spacing out on the first day of the new school year. We're all really focused. Precisely. Even I kind of spaced out today. I'm sorry, I just like your twin tail so much. I didn't share the unreasonable thought that suddenly crossed my mind in that moment. That it was her twin tail's fault that I had spaced out. That would be a really petty thing to say, Messiah. Good for you, not saying that. I'm gonna be in the tracks club. Oh, sorry. I'm really not that interested in bread. I like eating them, but not so much baking them. Yeah. I was hungry. Right, Pentabelle?
マサヤさん はもちろん知っているかと思いますが、千穂さんすごいんですよ、陸上。
Oh yeah, she's been fast ever since we were kids. But I didn't know she made it to nationals. Whew, so proud.
大変なことです。マンセンヌはスポーツの強豪校というわけでもないですし、千穂さんとあとは好みの2人だけですね。
Really?
全国大会にまで行ける人は。
Konomi too? Oh man. Oh man, Konomi. You deserve a praise for that, Konomi.
羨ましいですね。私、本当に足が遅くて揺れてしまうんです、胸が。
Have you ever considered wearing a sports bra that's tighter? That's a lot tighter than what you would usually wear. So that may be able to suppress the bounciness. I don't know. It may work. That's why they were called sports bra in the first place, right? Right? Is that how it really works?
私に聞くの？
I'm pretty sure Chiho is a C cup though. Maybe a D right by now.
なんか変なこと考えてない？
Yes, yes.
千穂さんは今年が最後のチャレンジになるわけですよね。どうか頑張ってくださいね。ありがとう。
I'm rooting for you too. Saying that for the second time. After class, I applied to join the track club immediately. Really glad Chiho's here. If not for Chiho, I probably wouldn't have joined the club. The sight of all those girls and boomers was a little too stimulating. My girlfriend wasn't here. I'd be too worried about my thing calling attention to itself. I didn't even have a bloomer fetish or anything, but at least I think I didn't. After the new members briefly introduced themselves, we started off with some warm-ups. We started out by stretching on our own, and eventually won out in pairs.
まずは私と組みましょう。
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Listen to that. We were supposed to be taking our stretch exercises seriously, but getting to touch her really had my heart racing and my heart. Her hands feel a little sweaty. Oh, she's nervous too. Of course, we had gone much further than this before, but this was just different, you know, different sort of excitement, and she's showing a lot of skin. Bloomers really were a scandalous piece of clothing. I could see what schools were facing them out. They had all the simple positions that emphasized their boy and both while wearing them too. I couldn't deny how stimulating this shot was. Hell yeah!
手が汗ばんでるから。
Why wouldn't it be? Sorry. I quickly wiped them off on my pants.
謝ることはないけど、暑いの？
暑い。じゃない。I quickly glanced around me. Everyone was spread out on the fields, and so as long as I whispered, I wouldn't be heard. I got a little aroused.
は？
I got a little aroused. Yeah.
何考えてんのよ。ちょっと変態ほっとせやろ。
I know I'm a silly. That's going not too far.
ねまさや、ストレッチは真面目にやるものなのよ。じゃないと怪我につながるんだから。
Okay, quitting that. You were thinking about something similar, right? That you wouldn't like it if I was doing this with some other girl.
違うわよ。あんたがぼっちになっ ったらかわいそうだなってそう思っただけで。
But that was very good.
そりゃ少しは思ったわよ。マサヤが他の女子に触れたりするの嫌だなみたいな。
Don't worry, I'll only pop them when I'm with you. Oh man. Chiyo's neck turned a bit pink. It was dangerously cute. If we were alone in my room together, I wouldn't hesitate to grab her. Wow. But
Hey, you two! Stretches are over! Hi!
oops, we are completely traveling our own little world. We quickly broke away, wiping sweat off our brows even though it wasn't even hot out yet. When practice started, Chiho wasn't surprisingly serious about it. I was the only one not taking it seriously. After all, she was clearly fired up about training. Sprinters practice in a lot of different ways, huh? Like the explosive power, working on that, boom, and stuff like that. Not too much on the endurance, but more on the explosive power. They tried running the 100 meters at various speeds. Sometimes they were even asked to lift their knees while they ran. From a distance, I could tell that Chiyo's body was bursting with vitality. The club advisor watched everyone but seemed largely focused on Chiho. They really did have high hopes for her. Head of the track club.
Masaya-san,
Yes, ma'am.
what do you want to do? Sprinting? Distance running? Return your practice to that.
Good question. I joined this Chiho invited me, but I hadn't given it a lot of thought beyond that. I think I like to do distance running. Ran the marathon at the festival and all, so
Got it. Then I'll show you the basics. Please come with me.
thanks, my girl. There was another reason I chosen distance running. I was less likely to have to compete against Chiho, who headed to lose. She called me some other kind of cold water amphibious mammal. I can't take it. After practice, we did some light jogging to cool down, followed by more stretches. Like, to people who aren't fit, doing light jogging to cool down has got to be the worst feeling ever. You would rather walk, but apparently you're supposed to like, how do I say it? Progressively go slower until to slow down your heart rate, like not so that your heart rate does not go, like, how do I say it? Like, it doesn't stop, like it doesn't slow down at a it does not slow down too much. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a physical education teacher after all, so but I kind of understand the concept that you're supposed to like progressively cool down and not just go all the way, just stop. Like that apparently is not good for you, not good for your muscles too, because your muscles yeah. I don't really understand that though. About, like, I don't really, not that I don't understand, it's that I don't know how to explain it properly. But never mind. Yeah. She smelled vaguely of sweat after the workout, which just pushed things even further into the danger zone. I feel like a total pervert. Ooh, but what else could I do? I was looking at the girl I loved wearing very revealing clothes. At least that was the excuse I made in my own head. Looking great out there, Chiho.
Huh?
Woo. Even a beginner like me can tell your form is a cut above the rest. Yeah, babe.
どうも。でもあんただって 私が教えてあげたことちゃんと覚えていたのね。
Doesn't that make you a great instructor though? Guess so.
でもなんで長距離にしたのよ。短距離なら私と勝負できたのに。
That's what I wanted to avoid actually. Well, I worked hard to get the knack of distance running, you know, so I wanted to make use of that.
なんかあんた言い方が変っていうか
It is an
言い訳
excuse.
みたいじゃない？
I'm very sorry, it is. Though I have to say, it wasn't. Not at all.
じゃあ大会が終わったら私も長距離やろうかな。
If you do that, I'm going to sprint. If you do that, I swear I'm gonna go sprinting. Nah. So, even when it's just for fun, you can get really obsessed. Yeah. Nothing.
変なマサや。
I know I'm weird. Her body shook with giggles. I could feel the movements in her muscles directly through her palms. Chiho really did have a nice body, I agree. And I meant that in a perverted way. I don't care what you say. Yeah! Her appeal wasn't just in her outward appearance. It welled forth from the inside, from her bones, her viscera, her muscles. I actually don't know what the viscera is. Do I have to know that? I guess I have to. I'll look it up later. She had a strong core, you might say. Oh, I understand. Yeah. Of course. She was also pretty, smart, extremely sensitive. Though I only knew that last one because I'm her BF. She really is an amazing girl.
ありがとう。じゃあ次は私がやってあげる。
Praise her all you want. I already knew that. Sure, thanks. We traded off positions and then finished up our regime for the day. The club meeting ended and I went back to the dorm, still in my gym clothes. Athletic clubs. It was common for everyone to take a big bath together after practice, but obviously not me. So jealous. During practice, everyone was very serious, hardly discussed personal matters at all. However, the minute it ended, things got very, very lively. They all seemed really close, and Chiho was no exception. When I first came here, Chiho seemed a little isolated, but now she's really close with the club girls. I felt a bit behind the curve in learning that, but it was still a big relief. She seemed greatly respected by her fellow club members, which was only natural, seeing as how she made it to the nationals, semifinals. Damn! As a boyfriend, I was proud of her.
Chiho, you seemed a little rushed today.
When the advisors started talking, the whole club quickly went quiet.
The Divisional qualifiers is coming up. Make sure you don't tire yourself out too much.
はい。
Wow.
Do your best.
Joseph, you know you can do it.
She smiled a little uncomfortably as they addressed her one by one. The track club practiced every day except Saturday and Sunday. I hadn't participated in club activities for some time now, so there was really something very, very refreshing about it. Excuse me? I waited for the opportune time and approached the club president.
Yes.
How's Chiho? Chiho-san doing? Do you think she'll have a hard time getting to nationals this year?
First of all, I don't mind if you drop her on the honorific like you usually do.
The president smiled in amusement for a moment, then got serious again.
That's a good question, though. I think it will be tough competition against this year.
Oh wow.
Yes, the fact that she made it to the nationals coming from a school that's not sports-centric is very impressive. But
The way she said that made her sound unsure about something. Pressed about her. Pressed her about it, not about her. And she finally nodded.
well, just them haven't been getting better. They've actually been falling a little.
Oh, really? I had no idea. In fact, I was shocked to hear it.
On our first date back, you probably heard the advisor telling her not to be so hasty, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Chiho-san's probably aware of the times. That's why she's really panicking.
Come, she in a slump?
Oh,
She thought for a few seconds, as if carefully choosing her words.
I wouldn't call it a slump, but it's more what you call a growth spurt.
Huh?
That's why she's having a hard time keeping up her usual performance.
Huh? The president went back to practice, leaving me staring there with an imaginary question mark hanging over my head. Huh? Growth spurt? Wouldn't that help her improve her times? Either way, I hadn't heard anything about that. Was Chiho trying to hide it? Sounded like a rather sensitive subject. Yes, it is. It is really delicate, and I don't blame you. Because you had not read this hypnosis. Oh, if only I did not do that, I would be laughing at that. When the time comes when she reveals that, like, it feels like the impact could not have been so powerful. All that hints. Once again, I saw Chiho throwing herself into practice, her expression determined. At least, I had assumed it was determination, but maybe it's desperation? I wanted to know more, but after all of this, it would be hard to pretend like I hadn't noticed anything. But with the divisional qualifiers coming up, it was a tricky time for her. If her placement in nationals was looking questionable, her chances of winning them were slim. I decided to wait until after the qualifier on the 21st before asking Chiho about it. There's the plan. Time to execute that. It was Saturday, April 21st. First step to the national tournament. The divisional qualifier. Yeah! Pachi pachi. After the divisional qualifier came the prefectural qualifier, and then the regional qualifier. A month after that would be the national tournament in summer. The club president, the second-year student,
hello.
and Chiho, would be representing our school. I watched the three of them and the club advisor, hello, set out for the competition grounds with the rest of the track clubs.
Do your best. Let's do your best.
Bonson's usual strict rules meant that only participants were allowed to attend. I know we have classes, but they could at least let us go to the venue. Maybe they could overturn a few of those stuffy rules next year. Gambare, gambare, gambaru biyo.
ありがとう。
We eventually received the results via email. The second-year student was disappointed, but Chiho and the club president both made it through. Congratulations! After learning about the results, I realized that I've been strangely nervous about it. I knew Chiho's level of skill meant she could easily pass the divisional qualifier, but I still felt nervous because of what the club president had told me.
Well, lately, Chiho-san's times haven't been getting better. They've actually been falling a little.
Okay, maybe I'll ask her about it tomorrow. It's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be extremely awkward. Right. Let's save that awkwardness for the next episode. Hope you enjoyed. See you later.